Good morning. March 27th, about 10:30 in the morning. We just went for a short stroll and came back and got a little relax going on in the decompression area. And I happened to turn around, and in that position I had Thyrsiflorum. So I just happened to look up a couple of days ago, or just to glance that way, Didn't care much about Thirstiform because I've had it for years. I purchased it online from Orchids. Come on, come on. By Hauserman online, Dendrobium Thyrsiflorum. That was many, many years ago. Definitely. I'm going to say at least 5 years I've had this plant. Yeah, and I read about how to take care of it, how to do this, how to do that, how to make it bloom, but it just never bloomed for me. Never. So I I just potted it up in everything. Everything that I had except Pro Mix and peat. So, and I put it in a clay pot. That's about a 10 inch, 10, 12 inch, I don't know, something like that. So I was just so frustrated with this orchid. So my last ditch attempt to get me some flowers, I decided to pot it up in got some bark here, some large special bark. And we got plenty of charcoal, little tiny charcoal chunks. I purchased a big bag of 100% natural charcoal here. And I just take a hammer and an old pillowcase and I just beat the hell out of my charcoal until it's as small as I want it. That's right. It's cheaper that way. Lump charcoal. Yep, got it from BJ's. 100% natural. So, beat it up and I got some cocoa husk in there. It's on the dry side because that's how I've been keeping it since last, is it Halloween, I believe it is. I've been taking good tips from people on YouTube, trying to get this thing to flower. I even got some leca in there. I had some leftover leca and got some river rock, got some lava rock, you name it. And I got my favorite here, seashells. I get those from Lowe's, back where they keep the stone in that department. So I mixed all of this medium up together, right? Let me dig down in there, see if it's moist. It's not wet, but it doesn't get moisture that often, because Valentine's Day is gone, so I'm still not watering it. So I said, okay, well, maybe it'll do something and maybe it won't. I could get to that point where I don't give a crap no more. It's like, okay, either you're going to bloom, die, or just sit there and grow the heck out of yourself, whatever. But anyway, I happened to glance over in that position uh, the day I posted it. Inquiring minds want to know on my post in that position. And I saw this. Now, that really doesn't mean anything to me because they can blast and dry up and go away. Well, there's one little nubbin there. Come on, focus. It's my dream come true. Okay, try to turn it this way. Okay, that's one. And on this cane, that's another. That's 2. And right above it, 3. And above that, 4. Now, you can't tell me that this thing is telling me, oh, I'm just going to bud up, not butt up, but bud up. Oh my God. But yeah, you can't tell me that this orchid is not budding up just to blast on me. Please, don't tell me that. Those of you that have Thyrsiflorum, but I know most of you are in the northern territories, but I'm south. This thing should be budding and flowering like crazy down here in this perfect weather. You hear my song? That's all day long, the birds. They come and they sit in this arborvitae and they just sing their hearts out. But yeah, back to Thyrsiflorum. I don't need music when I sit out here in this decompression area. That's why I chose this area as my decompression area, because of the songs I get. It's just so soothing. But okay, you can't tell me that this orchid is just teasing. I don't like to be teased. No, just get it done. Get it over with. Let's move on. Don't tease me that way. But those of you that have experience with Thyrsiflorum, you really don't explain. Well, some of you might explain what type of medium you have and when you stop watering, right? And I guess your humidity levels, I'm not sure, and how cold this orchid should be, and how you just toss it under a tree and just ignore it. If it rains, it gets water, right? So that means it does get water throughout the year, because down here in South Florida, we can possibly get rain all year round. So through trial and error, I guess, with all my orchids that I can't get enough information on, it persevered, definitely. And I am shocked and amazed at how resilient these orchids are, because one minute you're pampering it and the next minute you're just friggin' ignoring it. Not the other word, friggin', okay? Ignoring it, you know? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in its position right behind my heat-loving Grammatophyllum cymbidium crosses that I just divided. I got 3 more plants now, which is great. Let me show you the name of it. It's in here somewhere. I am really amazed at this guy, too. It's a Grammatophyllum cymbidium cross. It's really doing good. Now all it needs to do is flower. So I'm going to put it back in this position and wait for those flowers. That's where it's staying. That's facing south. Now that's the north wall, but it's facing south. That sun comes in here and it barrels down on whatever is in this area. Yep. I moved some of the succulents and cacti over here. I even got my apple blossom amaryllis in here that's kicking out that bud really nicely. And the second one is also kicking out a bud down in there. Isn't that something? That is just fantastic. Yep. Bird of Paradise doing great. But yeah, so enough of that. I'm going to put Thyrsiflorum back in its position and wait. I'm going to wait. So thanks for stopping by to listen to my rambling on my experiences with this orchid here, because I am not patient. I tell you guys I'm patient, but I'm really not. I get teed and I throw it in a corner, and then it does whatever it's gonna do. I literally give up on it. Okay? And maybe it sensed that. But yeah, enough of that. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And have a great, tumultuous orchid growing day. It's just not easy. I don't know who says it's easy. It's not easy.